Major Slack Attack.
Boy, yeah, the name is Slack, and there is no turning back. We are now officially a vampire, although currently we are just a, how shall we say, a vampire in training, because we are only a stage 1 vampire. But henceforth, for every 24 hours that passes, your vampirism will increase 1 stage until you reach stage 4, at which point you will be a full-blown University of Transylvania graduate. If you're letting your vampirism progress naturally and you miss some notifications while you're busy doing something else, as frequently happens to me, you can always check what stage of vampirism you're currently at by checking your vampiric drain spell. Okay, this right here. However many points of health you're currently absorbing, subtract 1 from that, and that is your current vampire stage. So as you can see, we are currently absorbing 2 points of health. Subtract 1 from that, we're at stage 1 vampirism. More abilities and powers get added as you progress all the way up to stage 4. On the downside, the penalty to your health, magicka, and stamina whenever you're exposed to sunlight will get more and more severe. Currently it's, well, we're not in the sunlight, so let me just show you what happens. There you go. Your vampire blood boils in the sunlight. Currently it is minus 15 points. Okay, and this gets worse and worse as you progress through the various stages of vampirism, right? The vampire day-night cycle goes from 5 a.m. to 7 p.m. So basically your health, stamina, and magicka will be normal for 10 hours overnight and will be nerfed for 14 hours during the day. Now, there's 2 ways you can deal with this. Number 1, you can simply operate only at night, although at some point you're going to have to come out during the day to do business with merchants and skill trainers. Or you can do what I'm going to do in this walkthrough and just live by day as we normally would and find workarounds to the penalties. There's lots of workarounds, so don't worry, I got you covered. That way we won't have a whole walkthrough full of dark nighttime videos, which I'm sure a lot of you will appreciate. See what I do for you guys? No, but seriously, even if I wasn't making a walkthrough, I'd still play like that. Part of the fun for me is dealing with the penalties caused by exposure to the sun and using various workarounds. Let's take a close look at what's going on at Vampire Stage 1. Let's start with Vampiric Drain, your spell. You absorb 2 points of health per second from the target. This is pretty pitiful at this stage. It only costs 5 magicka per second, but it gets more and more as you progress through the various stages of vampirism. So, as I said earlier, at stage 2 it'll be 3 points of health. At stage 3 it'll be 4 points of health, and at stage 4 it'll be 5 points of health. And it will also cost more and more magicka as it increases. All right. Next, active effects. Let's start with this one. Let's just start at the top and work down. Do we have any other powers? Yes, we do have that. Okay, let's work on this. Vampire Servant. This gets added right away. Reanimate a weak dead body to fight for you for 60 seconds. The thing that you can reanimate gets more and more powerful as your stages of vampirism progress. So you'll see at stage 4 we can reanimate a powerful dead body to fight for us at 60 seconds. This can only be used once a day. Vampire Sight is exactly like the Khajiit's Night Eye. Alright, it improves your night vision for 60 seconds. I believe the Khajiit's Night Eye lasts for 3 minutes, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, this only lasts for 60 seconds, but this you can use anytime you like. So as soon as it runs out, you can use it again. This is a bit of a problem because it creates a kind of a radio blur, which I really don't like. See that on the edges of the screen? It's kind of like blurred out. There is a mod that fixes this, and I tried it out. It works beautifully. The only thing about it is the mod cancels out that little notification that tells you that you're progressing through the various stages of vampirism. So I'm not going to install that mod until we've come up to stage 4 vampirism, because I can't stand that radio blur. To me, it essentially makes vampire site useless. In fact, I never used it until I found this mod. I just found this mod yesterday morning. I hope that no one's going to consider this a strategic advantage for me, because I know that a lot of PlayStation users can't install a lot of mods that are available to Skyrimers, which is why I don't use a lot of mods, by the way, because I don't want to alienate my PlayStation audience, because I know they can't use most mods, right? But I am going to use that one because I like to use Vampire Site now and then. Next, powers. We did that. We did this. We did Vampiric Drain rather. Servant Sight. Active effects. Champion of the Night. This gets added right away. Illusion spells cast by a vampire are 25% more powerful. Remember I told you to take note of our illusion spell Fury. Previously it was creatures and people up to level 6 will attack anything nearby for 30 seconds. Now, on account of Champion of the Night, it's been increased to level 7. Basically it was increased by 1.5 points, but I guess they rounded down. Alright, so that's the deal with that. Next, Night Stalker's Footsteps. This is huge. Vampires are 25% harder to detect when sneaking. This is absolutely huge. If you get the Dark Brotherhood's gear, which we are going to get, and you put on the Shrouded Hood, and you have this, the Shrouded Hood gives you 25% sneak, this gives you 25% sneak, and then you put 1 point into stealth, okay, just 1 point into stealth. That's like 70% sneak right there. Like right now, we're at level 5. This is insane. It's absolutely insane the amount of sneak that you have at a very, very early stage when playing as a vampire. Okay, and we're going to be doing some fantastic sneak stunt work with that. I'm going to show you. And it's like power level sneak like nobody's business. Alright, next, resist disease. As I explained earlier, our bone break fever will be cured as soon as we become a vampire, and as you can see, it's gone. We have a 100% resistance to disease. We have a 20% resistance to frost as on account of our vampiric blood. We have a 100% resistance to poison on account of our vampiric blood, but this is actually only 85% because your resistance, your poison resistance is capped at 85%. So even though it says 100%, it's really only 85%. But you'll see when you go up against a frostbite spider, when they spit that venom at you, you see it's barely going to affect you. So basically, we're pretty much immune to frostbite spiders. They'll just affect us a little bit. That's if you're like far away from them. They still have a melee attack if you're like in close quarters with them, which will hurt you a lot. You're not immune to that. And that is about it. Oh yeah, weakness to fire. Vampiric blood gives you a minus 20% weakness to fire. So yeah, that's something to deal with. But we won't have to deal with that until we release dragons. Occasionally you run across, say, a flame atronach out in the wilderness, but other than that, mages are usually firing sparks, or draugrs are usually firing frost at you, like frost spells. But fire spells you rarely encounter, so I'm not too worried about that. I'm actually more concerned about, well, not concerned, but to me, I chose to play as a high elf, largely to counter the penalties to magicka during the day. I think that about covers it. There you go, there's your overview, your vampiric overview. Let's get busy. In this video, we are going to get a free Amulet of Zenithar to get 10% better prices. We are going to activate a Shrine of Zenithar to get another 10% better prices. We are going to finish up our ingredients run, and we are going to do a little arm twisting in Rifton to help level up speech. And speaking of which, let's go activate the Thief Stone right now to also help with leveling up speech. Because basically now it's about business. Okay, Thief Stone up and running. Let's go get the potato horse. The potato horse? The potato horse. What's the potato horse, Slack? The potato horse is the free horse you can get at Catless Farm for simply selling her a potato. One potato. You can sell her all your potatoes, but you know, why waste all your potatoes? So let's dump all but one potato in this sack here. All you have to do is go up to Katla. There she is.
Those eyes you got. There's a bad hunger to them.
Yeah, we're going to be getting a lot of that now that we're a vampire. I have potatoes to sell. Don't worry about my eyes.
Honest pay for honest work.
There we go. And we are now
Alright,
friends with the farm. That means that we could take any of their horses for free. Now, mind you, it's a borrowed horse, so as soon as you dismount from it, it will return home. See, to returns home. So it's not like a regular horse that you own that will stay put. Okay, but still, nevertheless, it's a free horse. Let's go back here and get some wheat. And how is my vegetable soup ingredients doing? Cabbage 4, leek 5, tomatoes 5, and the potatoes that I forgot to pick back up out of the sack. There we go, we're good there. And that's it. Let's grab a couple of blue mountain flower over here. 1, 2. I think there's some fly amanita around here in the corner here. We can use that. Check the barrels. And we're good to see my stamina has run out. It's bottomed out and it's not regenerating. Yeah, so that's something you're gonna have to deal with. Let's ride on up to Solitude to like kind of see, like they're all busy watching the beheading. This is another thing too. See, I'm trying to gallop right now, right? But because you share your stamina pool, pretty much everything, you share your health, stamina, and health and magical pools with your horse. So my horse can no longer gallop. But if we take some, we should have something to drink here. A little bit of Alto wine. See, now you can gallop. And I've noticed that when you're on a horse, all you have to do is just like recover your stamina a little bit, and then your horse's stamina regeneration will like go back to normal, as long as you stay on the horse. Yeah, poor Rogueveer. Okay, so collect some blue mountain flower there, and we're just gonna peek into Solitude. Quickly grab a few ingredients, get everybody activated so that the beheading proceeds, and then get everybody back to their normal routine.
They can't hurt Uncle Rob.
Here's Rogueveer.
Tell them he didn't do it.
Rogueveer,
Positions.
I told you not to let Ulfric through that gate.
Go home and stay.
Now look what it got you.
You should tell her that her uncle is scum that betrayed his high king.
Okay, and uh-oh. I have already progressed to stage 2. Let's check it out. Once again, check your destruction spell, Vampiric Drain. There you go. Absorb 3 points of health. That means we're at stage 2. Now, this is okay because I want this to happen because now we have a new power. Vampire Seduction. Creatures and people up to level 10 won't fight for 30 seconds. That's very important for what we're about to do next. Okay, so just quickly grab this hanging moss here, this hanging moss here, and that nightshade there, and that's it. That's all we want. We'll come back here and collect some more ingredients later on if we really need them. Back to Catless Farm.
Trouble?
No trouble. Let's grab this and let's hotkey some booze. We got 9 Alta wine. Let's take that for now. We got 21 Hunting Brew mead. Let's hotkey that one. There we go. And don't forget these lavender here. Excellent. How do you feel there, Slacula? I'm thirsty, Slack. Very thirsty. You are, eh? Okay, well, we got a whole bunch of meat for you, alright? We got lots of meat for you. As soon as we start running around, we're going to feed you some wine and some meat, and you're going to be fine, okay? I don't want that Skyrim sewer scum. I want a Bloody Mary. A Bloody Mary? I don't think they have Bloody Marys in Skyrim. Slack, you will find me a Bloody Mary, or I will find a Mary, and I swear by Sithis, I will make her bloody. Alright, calm down there. We'll find you Bloody Mary. Okay, we're working on it. For now.
Need a ride?
Yes,
Where do
let's
you
go
want
to...
go?
Let's go to Rifton.
Back and we'll be off. If you've never been to Rifton, be sure to visit the Blackbriar Meadery. A few mugs of that and you'll forget all...
Oh, our vampiric powers are growing again. So now we're up to stage 3. Let's check it out. Yep, we're at stage 3 already. What time is it? Oh, it's okay, that's perfect. Let's wait 4 hours. Get a little light on the scene. That'll work. And as you see, our vampiric drain spell has increased to 4 points, but it also costs more magicka to cast. Okay, we are here. Pardon me. We are here, Rifton Stables. There is a place, an unmarked location I like to call the Broken Tower of Zenithar, where we can acquire a free Amulet of Zenithar. You didn't talk about feeding, Slack. Yeah, I know. It's kind of redundant. As a vampire, you can't feed on people. This is kind of like has to do with the way vampires originally were handled in Skyrim. In the original Skyrim, before the DLCs came out, when you reached stage 4 vampirism, all NPCs would become hostile towards you, which was actually pretty cool. And in order to keep your vampirism in check, you would have to feed on people and suck their blood. And whenever you did that, you would revert back to stage 1 vampirism. And at that point, NPCs would no longer be hostile towards you. If that's happening to you, that's why it is. It's because you don't have any DLCs installed, most particularly the Dawnguard DLC and or Skyrim Special Edition. I'm running on Skyrim Special Edition, so when we reach stage 4 vampirism, NPCs won't be hostile towards us. So that is kind of redundant until we become a vampire lord. Once we become vampire lord, then feeding will be more important. And like I said, that'll be a separate walkthrough. Okay, we have this vampire seduction at our disposal. And right down there is what I call the Broken Tower of Zenithar. There is... See, as you see, we got zapped by this frostbite spider, but it's barely affecting us because we have poison resistance. Yeah, it's right down there. All we have to do is just, let me just do a quick save here. Zap this guy. Down we go. Hey, how you doing, buddy? Hey, who's a good spider, huh? Looks pretty cool up close. Okay, let's get busy before he gets upset. Take the Amulet of Zenithar there. Activate the Shrine of Zenithar. Grab his jump change. See what he's got in the satchel, and we can fast travel away since he's friendly. Like we won't be prevented from fast traveling because we're in the vicinity of an enemy. Okay, let's go into Rifton.
Hold there. Before I let you into Rifton, you need to pay the visitor's tax.
Okay, we both know that this is a scam. This is obviously a shakedown. Let me in,
Keep your voice down.
or I'll rat you out.
You want everyone to hear you? Let
Alright, we want to talk to Maul eventually, but first we have to get our speech up to 25 by giving the beggar a coin. So let's give him a wide berth, run around.
I'm really getting tired of your excuses.
Another thing you can do as a vampire is to simply step indoors, and that will recharge your stamina,
People of Rifton,
because you're no longer exposed to the sunlight. And so, if you're running around town, and you don't have any booze,
Looking for work?
that's one way to deal with that.
To deliver a message to Sibby Blackbriar.
Never done an honest day's work in your life for all that coin you're carrying.
Not this time, Brynjolf.
I can take a hint.
Don't like those
Yeah.
ice you
You
got.
want to make some coin?
Sure.
Bad hunger.
Here, have a gold piece.
Never seen me all this
This will
upset.
increase our
Special cut.
speech up to, increase by 10 points. We're up to 29. That's good.
Really gets
And while we're here, let's go put the beat down on Grella the Kind so we can get some Dark Brotherhood gear later on. Okay, Slacula, I'm signing you up for WrestleMania. Let's see some of your moves.
Those who shirk their duties will get an extra beating. Do I make myself clear?
Yes,
Not bad. Would have preferred to see a tombstone pile driver, but hey, that's not bad. And yeah, this is not just a beatdown, this is a mugging. Okay, enjoy, children. Grella the Kind is dead.
Someone has killed Grillin.
I just love that. Someone has killed Grillin! Okay, and something I've really recently discovered is Rifton is actually a good source of Dragon's Tongue, which is one of the ingredients that we need for our power potions. So there's 2 Dragon's Tongue there. And if you go up here to Mistville Keep and go into the yard on the left, there's more Dragon's Tongue here. Three, 4. Oh, it's lunchtime, eh? Some more right there. Yeah, lots of Dragon's Tongue around Rifton. Here we go, 9 so far. And next door here, there's some lavender in this yard. That gate is locked, but you can get around that by simply jumping up on this barrel and jumping over. And here, you got 8 free lavender. Mix that up with some blue mountain flower and some hanging moss, as I said earlier, and you got yourself another power potion. You can get out by jumping on this barrel here. This is the back of the Thieves Guild. Their secret entrance is here. There's always 8 Nightshade here. Use those for fortified destruction potions, which we can use to increase the power of our vampiric drain spell. That's why I'm stockpiling these like crazy. Yeah, you can make that vampiric drain spell a lot better by making fortified destruction potions. Yeah, so this shouldn't overlook that. And that is all that's available here. Let's go back into town, do a little salt pile run, collect some more Dragon's Tongue.
Welcome to Rifton. Oh, the Thieves Guild. Or so they'd have you believe.
There's always some salt pile in these barrels here. Here we go. And some raw beef.
Thugs. Vermin creeping around.
Guzzling down the booze here, boss. Check those. Let's go talk to Maul. Level up speech.
I
Hey,
don't
Maul.
know you. You and Rifton looking for trouble?
Okay, let's just hustle it up to the part where you level up my speech.
Yeah. Last thing the Blackbriars need is the Black. Me? I'm Maul. I
Like
watch
right
the
here.
streets for 'em. If you need dirt on anything, I'm your guy. But it'll cost you.
Dirt, huh? I'm not exactly clean myself.
Then we're speaking the same language.
There we go. Thank you
Good.
very much. Nice rapping with you. More Dragon's Tongue here.
See you around.
Some more in front of Helga's bunkhouse. We can sleep for free in there, which we're going to do later on. And some more around the corner here. There we go. Usually I have close to 20 Dragon's Tongue at this point. 18. So I'm missing 2. Doesn't matter. We'll get some more in Kynes Grove. Let's do a salt pile run down on the docks. And then we're out of here. Check all these barrels. And it's highly likely you'll find some salt pile, which we can use in another power potion recipe. Death Bell plus Salt Pile plus any of 5 different ingredients will make a pretty valuable power potion. For example, Death Bell, Jazz Baked Grapes and Salt Pile, Death Bell, Garlic and Salt Pile. That's why I had to pick up all that garlic in Riverwood. Death Bell, Bleeding Crown and Salt Pile, Death Bell, Red Mountain Flower and Salt Pile, Death Bell, just going off the top of my head here, yeah, that's a really good potion. Because it's so versatile, you can mix so many things with that. Okay, so how do we do? 50, excellent. Okay, we got enough. And that is it. That's our Rifton run. We're out of here. Let's go up to Windhelm. Finish up our ingredients run.
Can take you. Where do you want to go?
Windhelm, my good man.
Back and we'll be off. Ever been to Windhelm? Oldest city in Skyrim by some account. They say the big old palace there was built by Ysgr.
Oh great, it's a nice clear night. What time is it? Okay, the vampiric day has just ended. This is great, so we have some good light to pick up these blue mountain flowers as we work our way over to the farm and get these wheat. Basically you want enough wheat to match your current supply of frost miriam. We have only 8 frost miriam, so we got plenty of wheat. 14, that's good. Grab a couple of eggs so we can make an omelet in the morning, and that is it. Now we're just going to go over the hill and down to Kynes Grove, where we can finish off our ingredients run, grab some more fly amanita and some more dragonstone, and then we'll be done. Then we can start cranking out the power potions. So basically just traveling southwest from Rifton Stables down the road, and you're going to take the first left. Right here, let me just quickly grab these 2 dragon's tongue here. I can't believe he's staying put. That's very unusual, he never does that. Okay, and up the road, Kynes Grove discovered. And just search all around the inn for a ton of dragon's tongue. And this will finish off our supply of dragon's tongue. We're looking for 30 plus. Once we've done all around the inn, go down to the campsite. There's more here. And that should do it. $32, beautiful. Now let's go work on our supply of fly amanita. There's a ton of fly amanita up here in Steam Scorch Mine. There's 21 to be exact. Let's see if I can get them all. I always miss one. Currently I have 5, so I should have 26 by the time we're done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and I'm overloaded. Let's drop this Imperial Sword. What did I say? 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I think I gotta get them all. 20, 21. Got them all. Haha. Excellent. Yeah, 26. Excellent. Okay, so we can now make 26 Dragon's Tongue, Fly Amanita, and more Tapanella potions, which is about 5,000 gold right there. Right there. That's just for starters. Yeah, we're filthy rich. That's it for the ingredients, friend. Let's go into town. Do a little caper with Sadri the merchant. Okay, my horse disappeared. I don't know what's going on here. I wonder if he stayed in, because I noticed that he was staying put. He should have fast traveled with me here. Okay, we'll deal with that later. Looks like we're walking into town. If worst comes to worst, we'll go back to Catless Farm and get another horse.
You come here where you're not wanted. You eat our food.
Okay, and it is after hours. We're going to wait till morning.
Pollute our city with
And that is it. Uh-oh.
refuse to help the Stormcloaks.
See that?
We haven't taken a side.
We are
because
now
it's not our
a
fight.
stage 4 vampire, and one of the best powers has just been added, Embrace of Shadows, which is allows us to be invisible for a whopping 3 minutes. And the best thing about this power is when you get discovered, let's say you're sneaking around and you're invisible with the Embrace of Shadows. If you get discovered, you still stay invisible. It's insane. So all you have to do is this. I showed an example of this actually in the launch video. I don't know if anybody noticed this, but there's a clip of me using Embrace of Shadows in Ember Shard Mine, and I pickpocketed a bandit. He discovered me. He even whacked me with his two-handed weapon. I backed away. That's all I did. I just backed away, got out of his range, and he lost me immediately because I was still invisible. And then later on, like a minute later, tried to pickpocket him again. It's absolutely insane the stunts that you can pull with this Embrace of Shadows. This is one of my favorite vampire powers, and I'll show you that in effect later on. For now, we are going to power level speech, and that's what's coming up next video. We need speech up to 50 so that we can unlock the merchant perk and sell any item to any kind of merchant. That is coming up next video. I want to thank you all very much for watching. See you next video. Hey guys, real walkthroughs like these are an endangered species here on YouTube. For a complete lowdown on the YouTube video game walkthrough scene, check out my Patreon page, and please consider making a donation to yours truly, Major Slack, to help keep real walkthroughs alive on YouTube. You can donate as little as $1. That's $1, that's all. That's all it takes, alright? Thanks a lot, really appreciate it.